We are live. This is the market update. I am your host, Bill Noble. The market is down. What should you do? When should you do it? Answer: soon. Want to know when you bull post now? When it's down, from my point of view, because this is about getting ready. I'm guessing you got 5 days. Bitcoin, I'm guessing you got less than that. Want to see the charts? Want to get the news? Want to know what BlackRock is doing? The institutions? Don't go anywhere. We got a great show for you today. Just as a reminder, please hit the follow button and like and subscribe. All right? That helps the channel. This show is going to give you like some of the altcoin ideas that you're going to need, right, to build your portfolio, to get you ready. And we have additional tools, which I will also tell you about. BlackRock, Microstrategy, and all these players are hoovering up the market. Meanwhile, retail is distracted by meme coins and not bullish enough. In other words, meme coins, like everybody's focused on it, which is fine, but they're ignoring the rest of the market. BlackRock and Grayscale, BlackRock and Bitcoin, Grayscale and altcoins, they're not ignoring the rest of the market. They're hoovering it up because a lot of that stuff has not moved yet. And excuse the hyperbole, but you're probably not bullish enough. In other words, the time to get a bag packed and take risk is if they hit the market in the next couple of days. To some sort of event, as long as it doesn't send oil at $200, whatever. When the stream is off, you will hear my Jersey accent in your ear as you look at the market, and I will be telling you or asking you, are you bullish enough? You want to know when it's time to get bullish? When your brain is like, ooh, this trade's terrible. This trade terrible, right? Like Bitcoin's doing well and everything else is like meh. You want to buy meh. Okay? Especially if they give you more than 1 day. They haven't been giving you more than 1 day. So if they give you more than 1 day over the next, say, maybe over the weekend, it's time to get busy. And it's time not to buy into FUD because even the media is picking up on bullish sector things and altcoins. It's actually in the news and no one's paying attention. Everybody is focused on meme coins and bad news and no one's looking at the good news. So let's welcome the members who are here. Garden Warrior banging away on all those emojis. We'll tell you how you can get an emoji soon. Big Rich is here showing up 3 hours in advance. Beast Mode, Jordan, ZRW, welcome. Jordan Key banging away with the green button emoji. All right. We got Alexandra first on the stream. Bull Runner, welcome. Shout out to the Eagle King, right? Today's Tech Bites a member. There you are, right? Scott coming in from Melbourne. Gian. Quaz the Kid, a new member. Welcome. Tussle from Denmark. I'd buy that for $1. Bart, Alexandra, Patriot Caveman, noting that Dogecoin just woke up. Hello. Make sure you check out Patriot Caveman's crypto project. BitBoy Al, Philip, welcome. Welcome to the show. Richard Barry on Twitter. Driftless Crypto, Marius, Bart, Spirit Maker. Let's go. Yeah, by the way, Supermoon coming up. Good point. Supermoon is days away, okay? Meaning the moon will never be closer to the earth than it will be on the next full moon, okay? Now, when these things happen, when full moons happen, you get a lot of emotional volatility in humans and you get a lot of volatility in markets. Sometimes full moons can be a bottom. I'm always afraid of new moons because that's can be Saturn energy. It's a little Gann work. Okay. You get a super moon, you will see the moon in the sky and you will be like, wow, that's big. And then you're probably going to get a bunch of market volatility. And I want you to be there, which is why I am all over this tape, all over this market update, and all over both our Patreon group and our YouTube memberships. So we're going to give you some tools. I'm going to give you news and live TA today, plus PowerPoint in the member area on YouTube. You can get emojis to have fun and get priorities on comments, priority responses. There's a VIP program where, you're going to get portfolios. So we're not going to just give you a bunch of TA. We're going to give you like portfolios. We have his and hers altcoin picks, Major League done via live shows. And then in the middle, we have the Spartans from Patreon. So $15 a month, right? Here's what Patreon looks like. So every night, you get the 6th Street Crypto podcast from 6th Street in Austin. Plus you get like a newsletter all in one. So if you want something robust like portfolios, that's the YouTube membership. You can also get a YouTube membership right now. FOMO is authorized. Okay, here's what YouTube membership looks like. And we're going to get to the news in a second. So these are the premium sector reports, right? Here's the portfolio show, which just came out. Like, not playing around. We're like not just giving you a bunch of coins. And we have AMAs and customers printed on Coinbase alts throughout the last 2 weeks. So get busy on that. Get busy on that. Okay, and obviously we will invite you to like and subscribe to this channel. And if you live in a far-off land and US dollars don't work for you, we have this channel and we have Unhinged Crypto. So we have 458 subscribers here. Feel free to jack that up. We have podcasts, shorts. So if you got no money or dollars don't work for you, come visit us. Now, we're going to get to the news because you know what, people? It's time to get involved. We got a great show for you today. We're going to just get after it. Let's get after it. Okay, the world's central banks are not following the sovereign central bank of, your favorite North American country. And why is that? Well, because everyone else has inflation collapsing and we don't. I don't know, price gouging at the grocery store, or maybe we print $280 billion a month. And as soon as we stop that, what are going to happen to interest rates? They're going to plummet, right? Because, if you look elsewhere, UK inflation drops to 1.7%. Amazing what happens to inflation when you stop the sugar or you don't do sugar anymore. People are like, oh, inflation's coming back. Really? I ain't going to check what's going on in China. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's 20% of the world's economic growth is in a deflationary spiral, which means lower rates, rate cuts, high-powered money, and a collapse in inflation. Everyone's waiting for it to come back. I don't know. They got to cut spending at some point. They're going to have a bond market reaction. This is super bullish crypto. Now, a little, slight equity market problem here. U.S. households now hold 48% of their assets in equities, the highest since the 2000 dot-com bubble. Since the 2020 crash, that's risen by 13%. Over the last 15 years, that percentage has doubled. Interesting, Americans' allocation to bonds and cash is just 16%, well below the long-term averages. In other words, households are all in on a stock market rally. Bullish sentiment is at record levels. Now, this guy's conclusion is, guess what happens next? All right. So I got to guess. How about everybody goes, you know what? I don't think I want to hold everything in equities anymore. And I really don't know what the point of bonds is, especially since we have like a semiconductor chip stock, ASML. They had an earnings report. They had a little problem. This chip stock unwound the entire year. We having a little bit of problem with our AI FOMO chip stock trade in equities? You guys want to have all your money allocated to equities and nobody's got the Bitcoin ETF? ETH, forget about it. I don't want that. I'd rather have a chip stock that's collapsing. Are you kidding? Are you kidding? Why do you think Larry is on the tape bull posting Bitcoin? He's like, hey, everybody, come on over here. You got 50% of your money. And you know what? You want to know what the worst thing that can happen to equities is that it does nothing, that it sits in a range. Like going up and going down is easier to manage than nothing. What's going to happen if S&P and NASDAQ range and Bitcoin goes to 100? And 48% of everyone's money is in stocks, and all they have to do is hit a button to move from a collapsing chip stock over into IBIT. Think about it. Yes, luxury good sales. Louis Vuitton's parent company, clear negative. Global growth concerns. Yeah, man. They love their Louis Vuitton over there in Asia, and they're not buying it anymore. Right? And I have no idea. We're trying to figure out the grocery store over here in America. I don't know how much Louis Vuitton we're doing unless we jump on Dogecoin and it goes to $1 billion or whatever it is we're doing these days in crypto. People with money are walking away from stuff. You got to think about this. Everyone's like, oh, inflation's coming back. Really? Who's going to bid up prices? Certainly not the people who are long that chip stock that just erased the entire year. It's like, we got a great show for you today, right? We got a lot of hope. The market wants to give you red ink, then we bull post. It's fun to bull post when it's going up, but it's a necessity to bull post when it's going down, right? And they can take it down 2 or 3 days in a row. Suits me fine. Okay, so the Japanese have a huge debt problem and a population problem to go along with everything else in Asia. Now, since there's nothing else to do in the bond market, this super smart guy who I have ultimate respect for, he helped me get one of my first jobs in the market, is noting that, Bitcoin is following the popularity rating of a certain public figure. So Bitcoin has, some risk to it if you don't get a capital markets friendly outcome next month. Okay. However, the way I would look at this is if you do get a capital markets friendly outcome, is that fully priced in? I would argue no. Right? It's certainly priced into equities. It's not priced into crypto, and it sure isn't priced in altcoins. I mean, you had this same guy take a shot at starting a crypto project. I happen to know for a fact that starting a crypto project is really hard. So whether it flops or whether it doesn't, okay, that's fine. But, he did put his money where his mouth is. You don't have to like it. But, I mean, what is the pro capital markets outcome? Yes, Bitcoin is following that odds of that outcome. Fine. Good chart. I like it. But is it priced in? I don't know. I would say no. All right, so the bond market has had a little bit of a problem lately. Interest rates have gone up because Uncle Sugar has gone hog wild. So guess what? U.S. mortgage rates climb. Imagine that. You mean when Uncle Sugar borrows all the money in the system, the money in the system gets more expensive because he takes it all out? Yeah, that's how that works, right? All the money in the system is being borrowed by Uncle Sugar. None left for you. So the price of money goes up. Mortgage rates go up, right? Weekly mortgage demand tanks 17%. Uncle Sugar's got to get on a diet and get the broccoli and chicken breasts, and the Fed's got to cut rates and get high-powered money in the system. Otherwise, we can just have this stuff be at a standstill. Now, according to Crypto Quant, Bitcoin apparent demand is going up. Wait a minute. You mean everybody wants to buy spot Bitcoin? It's just warming up here. They're just getting started. Just getting started. Bitcoin is approaching the 200-day moving average. So you are close to a breakout. With the amount of volume that you have coming into this market, all it needs is a break above any type of resistance, which could be, 70, based on some of my charts. You get a 70 handle, people could get pumped up. And guess what? as unbelievable as it is, Bitcoin dominance continues to trend higher. Oh my God, they just cannot get enough Bitcoin. Like, I know everyone's looking at meme coins and that's where all the fun is, and that's fine. But what happens if Bitcoin starts to trade like a meme coin? What happens if you get like 5, 10, 15% candles? You don't think that can happen? Crypto markets get exhausted by fear. They don't wait for events. Like, oh, I can't buy it because ... Not doing that. Are you bullish enough? Can you pack your bag on a down move? There's one news article in here about last year. That last year, the takeoff was mid-October. One article, someone talking about last year. Not a mention of it. Meanwhile, Japan's Metaplanet is buying Bitcoin and it's doing things in the derivative markets to, effectively increase their bet and show their willingness that they're willing to buy the dip in Bitcoin. It's more complicated than that, but that's the executive summary, right? These guys, this is the MicroStrategy of Asia. They mean business. They're getting more and more confident. They're getting bolder and bolder for what that's worth, okay? And then you have a conservative European government trying to get money from people in crypto. I would think you would want people in crypto to come to your country to do business, but you know what? We love the Italians. We'd love to have you over here if we get a capital markets friendly outcome for once. Okay, so is a popular tech figure selling? So, this company transfers a lot of its Bitcoin to unknown wallets. It's a great way to get attention, great way to get a headline. I'm sure if they're going to sell, some over-the-counter dealer has orders that are so large they can't fill them. And they call them up. This is how it works. Be like, hello, Mr. Rocket Ship Man. Can we buy your Bitcoin? Because we need $1 billion worth. And we don't want to go into the open market. So if you're interested in selling, we're buying. I don't even know if that's what's happening, but everybody likes to move Bitcoin around to get attention. That seems to be what happens, right? Okay, so MicroStrategy. Yeah, as somebody said to me yesterday, MicroStrategy works for anybody who can't get their hands on spot Bitcoin or the Bitcoin ETF. A lot of times it's just easier to get your hands on a plain old stock. What's going to stop that? Nothing. Matter of fact, MicroStrategy is just a leading indicator, right? And don't think that Michael Saylor, if I had a huge position and I saw this thing breaking above 70 on an event, oh my God, I would just FOMO in and just push it. I mean, he paid 68 3 years ago. He paid 68 on the way down. Why would he not pay 68 now? Just absolutely come in and FOMO and bull post and just make everybody go, oh my God, it sat in a range for 6 months, just like it sat below 20 for 6 months. You think this guy's going to stop? Or you think that there's going to be 12 guys that copy him? That's another question you have to start asking yourself. Now, you still have an adequate amount of FUD in the market. Is Bitcoin price going to go down? Because they've all been trained in the range to sell at 68. Okay, so they can do that until proven wrong, I guess. But that's what you want. You want people to fade the up move on a breakout. Trend traders want to buy breakouts. Traders want to sell upticks until proven wrong. And if they get proven wrong all at once and MicroStrategy and BlackRock are buying, well, good luck buying back your shorts. That's my attitude. This is why I want to get bags packed on a dip. I'm all about buying breakouts, but you don't want traders to take advantage of it if it doesn't work out. And frankly, if it just goes and goes and goes, it's easy to get trade location when it's down, right? When it's down. Bitcoin price faces correction as open interest surges. Okay, so yeah, a lot of times when open interest goes up on low volume, that can be a sign of a reversal, but I don't know that there's necessarily an uptrend to reverse. It's inside of a range, but I get it. The market is fragile, loss of momentum. Just like Jim Bianco said, it's It's tied to a capital markets friendly outcome. But again, the media, no shortage of FUD. It's not euphoric at all. At all. I mean, it goes on and on and on and on. Oh, well, Bitcoin has got, Bitcoin, they're looking at the green fiat and, green fiat is up and Bitcoin is up. So nobody knows what's up with that. Simple fact of the matter is once the realization comes that the Fed needs to get rates lower and that the economic advisors for any potential new group in that East Coast state, right? Any potential new group is going to want rates down. Now, they may not want the dollar the green fiat to go massively lower, but I think there's more odds that, green fiat has a rally and then it fails and then Bitcoin just keeps going, but we'll see. So again, we're moving Bitcoin around, whales from the Satoshi era. It's like they write this story every day. They do it every day. Every day we're talking about somebody moving Bitcoin around. Now, this is funny. In El Salvador, they don't want to spend Bitcoin. Why would they? Why would they? Right? In other words, they like stable coins better because no one wants to sell. This is going to be a big problem when Bitcoin starts moving higher. No one's going to want to sell. Like, whoever is selling now, when they're done, who's left to sell? Okay, so Ethereum Whale bought 254 million ETH, right? $254 million. Okay, Solana meme coin passes $16 million market cap. 40% of Solana's trading volume is surrendered around meme coins. That is extremely fun. Okay, but there has to be more to the market than that. Literally, there has to be. I mean that from both like a research and there literally has to be. Because if there isn't more to the market than meme coins, when the music stops in meme coins, that's not pretty. We've seen that before. Somebody bringing up last year. Solana is 1 year old today, the bull market. What do you know? Up 600% from last year. You don't think this can happen again? Maybe it's not Solana. Maybe it's something else. I mean, what happens if this whole thing just takes off? Because, the thing that's funny is right now it kind of trades like garbage, which frankly is what you would expect at a bottom, which is why I got to come on and bull post when you're like, yuck. Bitcoin looks fine, but this altcoin rally looks like it's like rolling over. I don't want to do it. I know you don't want to do it. That's why you should do it. Right. And the longer they make this last and the worse they make it look, and then they fear and the supermoon and all that. Okay. If you get stopped, if we get stopped, we get stopped. But in that, VIP YouTube group, the membership, we're like, hey, this is where we want you to go. You know what I'm saying? Like, this group exists to get ready for the banana move. We're not in that to trade the range. We're in that to get on the banana now, just like last year. If you got in October, you did quite well. Okay, so we have Goatcoin. Goatcoin, according to the legend surrounding it, I have no idea if it's true or not. So Goatcoin went from 20 million to 200 million. Supposedly, a lot of people are focusing on the fact that an entity called Truth Terminal was an AI-launched meme coin that did so in conjunction with another AI. So AI launching AI-based meme coins. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. AI working with another AI to launch and promote meme coins. So the good news is there's plenty of innovation in crypto. The bad news is it's in Goatcoin. Now, jokes aside, Goatcoin is great because it creates attention on the space. Goatcoin is not good because it's a distraction from other stuff that is like bargain basement prices that people could go after if Bitcoin breaks out or silver breaks out, ETH follows or whatever. Right? I know nobody wants to talk about the boomer part of the market, but the boomer part of the market is absolutely on sale. And I know it's super fun to chase the next meme coin on Arbitrum. I get it. But the thing is, I don't want you to miss, because it's so easy to see. Look at the market and you go, oh, I don't want to do that. And then you look over at meme coins, you go, oh, look at that. Meanwhile, in the middle, there's all this stuff that has like fundamental long-term meaning that could go on a 5-year bull market, and everybody is ignoring it. Everybody, right? Drop in on-chain activity sparks concerns for ETH investors. So, yes, right. The new talk in ETH is the old talk in ETH, is that there's no app on ETH that's worth it. There's no killer app. Okay. We've heard this before. We'll see, right? We'll see. Larry likes ETH, so, Larry's not stupid. Okay. An interesting post about silver. 3 conditions must be met for silver to surge. It's got to get above resistance. Okay. Gold has to break out. And, you've got a long-term breakout going on as well. Okay. And you've got cup and handle on a long-term chart. The point is this: if silver breaks out, that means gold, which has already got a Lux Algo buy signal. We have that yesterday's show, so please check that out. If gold and silver break out and green fiat goes lower, that's good for ETH. And even if it's not good for ETH, it'll be good for something else. It'll be good for whatever is money in crypto. Okay? Because, green fiat has to go lower. It just does. The only way out of a debt problem is to change the value of the currency. So whatever it is we're going to do when green fiat goes lower and gold, Bitcoin, I don't know, ETH, Zcash, Bitcoin Cash, whatever, right? Whatever it is, it's going to show itself and it's going to go. And it could be something we're not even looking at, right? But I can tell you this much: if we find it, it'll show up on Banter Bubbles and Lux Algo, and it will be, where will it be? In the member area. So please, let's go, people. Don't sit around. Wait a minute. Is there a catalyst in crypto gaming? What? Off the grid may be the catalyst for new crypto gaming bull run. Has off the grid broken the barrier? People, I know this is going to sound really funny for a crypto show, but I think the market has given up on altcoins. I think the market has just gone, you know what? We don't like ETH. Solana does a rally. SUI did a great rally, and I'm not interested in any of it. Like there's Goatcoin. There's like an offshoot of Goatcoin that came out supposedly earlier today. I'm not showing it. I hope they make tons of money doing all that stuff, because it's good. Because as long as the market doesn't fall apart while that stuff is leading, it's good. But Web3 is happening and no one is paying attention. So Van Eck, which is, kind of like your dad's mutual fund company, they're investing in technology. They got $30 million going into, wait a minute, you mean there's an intersection of crypto and AI? You mean Mike Novogratz from the giant hedge fund Galaxy Digital, who has been talking about the only way AI really works is or profitably works, is if you mix it with blockchain to certify who owns what. Wow. Big legacy company putting in $30 million. Yeah. Guess they're all a bunch of dummies, right? They don't know what's going on. Maybe they are. Maybe it's all about meme coins and they're all going to chase this stuff to no avail. Maybe. That certainly would fulfill like the cyberpunk, outside the system, outside the box move. But like, what happens if this market turns and you have Bitcoin at a new all-time high with this news flow continuing? Because believe me, BlackRock, Van Eck, Grayscale, Standard Chartered, Galaxy Digital, you know what they're going to do? The second this moves higher, they're going to start coming out with news announcement after news announcement. Grayscale, Microstrategy. They're just going to push it. They know how to push a stock. A stock needs ongoing catalysts, earnings expectations, new products. What? You think that people who are involved in this space are just going to sit around once it turns? I mean, Larry's already bull posting Bitcoin, and Bitcoin it's not going down at all. Right? So, Grayscale, speaking of Grayscale, Solana, XRP, and Avalanche. Phantom is moving, I noticed, right? So I don't know. Yeah, okay, maybe this is a boomer ETF, whatever. You think they're done with this? They're not done with this. Grayscale is going to compete with BlackRock by putting altcoins in sector baskets, like 4 or 5 cryptos at a time. So, people in equities will be like, oh, wow, this is fun. I can just go in and I got 48% of my money in NVIDIA. Maybe I should do something different. Especially since chip companies are like wiping out their whole year. What? GBT. I was at Schwab when everybody discovered GBTC in 2017. Trust me, if it's going up, they'll figure it out in equities. They'll figure it out. I like this. Network State wants to build Crypto City. I'm surprised somebody hasn't thought of this sooner, right? In other words, El Salvador is kind of like crypto country. I've always wondered if they were going to build like Techno City, where, you would go and everything would be crypto on purpose, right? Where you had to pay with crypto. All right. So again, YouTube members, get the portfolio, get the memes, right? Get the 2025 roadmap, get involved, especially when it looks terrible, right? Like Bitcoin is up, but everything else is like blah, right? Nobody believes in this. Nobody. Like, you just go to like meme coins, Bonk up 7%, Big Rich and me on Bonk. Bonk could go up 80%, but what's 80% between friends? Bitcoin Cash, it's in the PowerPoint. I'm kind of blowing it already, but Bitcoin Cash, this is the premium zone at 391. When this market ignites, when you get a big cap crypto that takes out the premium zone. SUI, Ohm, Bitcoin Cash, I'll take it. Everyone's sleeping. All right, let's welcome who else is here. Lord Baltimore, right? Welcome. Jay Mizzle. Jay Mizzle into GOAT, right? Crypto Keeter, long silver and crypto. Knocking it out with those emojis. Batman, the buy button, Longhorn Bill. Knox Bill is here. Noah, welcome. Right? What's going on? Right? Crypto Keeter, SPX 6900. All right. Is the ride over? Well, folks, all I know is that some of these big meme coins that went to 800 million, I don't know how they did that. But, maybe you rotate those profits elsewhere. In other words, if someone gives you a whole bunch of money, take some of it. Take some of it, right? Sprint Maker, welcome. Welcome to the show. Andre is here. Bart, what's going on? Okay, PowerPoint, let's go. Bart says it's early for Beam. Beam has been a Toby Ward favorite from time to time. Okay, PowerPoint. PowerPoint, let's go. This is your market update. ASML just gave us a glimpse of how U.S. export curbs could dent sales in Asia. And as we noted earlier, this stock unwound its entire year in 2 months. What happens if we have a little asset allocation issue in equities because economic policy changes in the fall and the winter? Right? I mean, if we get a crypto-friendly outcome and you have volatility elsewhere, people in equities are going to go, maybe I should think about this. Maybe I don't want to sit around and wait for this to hit my portfolio. Meanwhile, Chinese stocks took out their January 2023 high. They went to the premium zone. This is FXI US ETF, Chinese stocks. Let's see. We go to the premium zone, which has been absolute money in LuxAlgo. By the way, the LuxAlgo affiliate link, you're probably going to do LuxAlgo. I'd appreciate if you use my affiliate link because we're printing with these like premium and discount zones. So that link is down below in the description and in the QR code. FXI gets up here and the Chinese haven't given the market enough sugar, right? Once you start the sugar with these guys, they want more. LuxAlgo sell signal. Guess what? They're going to need more sugar because they're deflating. And they're going to give it to the market because they want the market to go higher. And every time they stop or fall short, or it's not more than they expected, or it's not a repeat of what the ECB said 10 years ago, right? Whatever it takes, until it's whatever it takes, they're going to have to deal with volatility. This is not a better bet than Bitcoin, in my opinion. Because Bitcoin has a diamond. Like Chinese stocks, you have a false breakout. Bitcoin, there's a diamond. Yes, you have to get through 70. I get it. But the premium zone is 72. What will be it's crazy. Like Bitcoin is not at its premium zone yet. You have all-time high in S&P. Everything is great. You know, they're suppressing this. They're not going to be able to suppress it for very long. Let me ask you something. What happens if Bitcoin is the first large cap coin to take out its premium zone on a daily chart? What happens? Right? What happens? Right? You know, what happens? Everybody goes, wow, you know, I was like, gee, I'm going to get short at 62 so I can cover at 58. And then, you know, I'll maybe wait a while. What happens if this thing blows through 72? Then what are you going to do? Right? All these range trading guys that have dominated the market for 6 months, you know, they're all going to get short. They're going to get short at 69. They're going to get short at 72. They're going to miss the move. If it goes, let's be neutral. If it goes and they miss it, what's the first thing you do when you miss a move? You fight it. This is why I want to get bags packed on a dip. If there's an event and it doesn't work out, okay, we'll stop out and we'll figure it out. But if it goes and goes and goes and goes, then what? You missed it. And then when you miss it, you fight it. You fight it. Speaking of not missing it, ETFs bought $920 million worth of Bitcoin this week, and it's Wednesday. Remember, everybody is writing everything about this range except volume inside of a confined space. The higher the volume in the confined space, the bigger the rally. You actually never see it. I may dig it up out of the chart book, right? I got books in the back here. I actually have the original book that I would take the train into New York, to Manhattan, to downtown New York, to study in a conference room. Swiss Bank Corp, which is now UBS. The 3 keys logo from UBS, that's where it came from. The Swiss were so fantastic. You know, they said, you know, whatever you need within reason to learn TA. They paid for candlestick courses, one-on-one courses, market profile. I got the books. I got a workbook, and I sat in that room and I read the whole thing, and I did the study guide. That's where I remember volume in a confined space. You never see it in financials. Well, guess what? You're seeing it now, right? Like Uncle Sugar or Satoshi Nakamoto or whoever is selling to BlackRock, Microstrategy, and basically the entire planet, or anybody who knows anything about macroeconomics. And, you know, if the bulls win the battle, there's no seller, none. Bitcoin dominance. Can't believe this. This is really unbelievable. Bitcoin dominance in its premium zone. I keep waiting for like, oh my God, is this ever going to stop? I mean, LuxAlgo came in and bought it yesterday. I'm like, oh my God, you guys are killing me with my ETH versus Bitcoin idea. I mean, if the premium zone wasn't there, I'd be telling you this is going to 59 or 60. But is that ridiculous? I mean, no one's interested in altcoins, and meme coins and Bitcoin are where it's at. I don't care which one it is because I know this market's eventually going to go. Just a question of how it happens and what it's going to look like. You get caught sleeping. I'm all about GoCoin. I'm all about fun, but you will not sleep at night if you miss this, especially if they're giving you a bunch of down days in front of this capital markets friendly outcome, potentially. Again, doesn't matter who you like or why you like them. If it's a capital markets friendly outcome, whatever it is, it's not priced in. It's not. Okay, so someone asking about SUI. Okay, so the $64 question on everyone's mind is, and this is a classic example. People may have missed this or whatever. I don't think it's a problem, but as you can see, it becomes harder once something launches to like the premium zone. It's not automatic anymore. So the way I'm talking to people about this is, so believe it or not, okay, in SUI, unlike the 89-minute chart, you've got some signals here that would indicate that this should end around 195. So I would say 195 is a good place. Okay, if you look at fib retracements, it's kind of textbook. You had that rally up and 62% back is 198. So they're kind of washing out anybody who was late. They're sitting on 62% and the whole market trades terrible. Terrible, right? Except for Doge. Big meme coins aren't going to go up, right? Hedge funds are going to sit here and watch GoatCoin go up, but they're not going to do anything about it. They're just going to sit there. They're just going to sit there and be like, oh, yeah, well, it's interesting. Right. Yeah. BlackRock is hoovering up the whole ecosystem. I think I'll just sit here. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. That is not going to happen, right? It's like, it's better to get long and get stopped out. Like, what's the risk-reward ratio in this market? It could go down 10% on an event, and it can go up anywhere from 60 to 90% or 180%. So, Doge. So, that's probably a head and shoulders bottom, right? Doge approaching the neckline. Doge could travel. Let's just draw it for you. Okay, hang on while I just draw this. Doge could travel that distance from the point of the breakout if it breaks out. So Doge could go to 17 cents, right? Let me just get my Lux algo together here. I seem to have temporarily lost my premium and discount zones. Okay. By the way, this is how I get it. Lux algo price action concepts, premium discount zones. Boom. Okay. So where's the premium zone in Doge? Just out of curiosity. Did I get that right? Well, maybe I got to do it again. Maybe I got to stop sharing. All right. I'm determined to get this right. Okay. I have it. It's going to be worth the wait. So equilibrium in Doge is at 15 cents. The premium zone in Doge is at 22 cents. Meanwhile, this market continues to just be asleep. The market's asleep. Bonk up 7%. How long do you think it's going to take for him to go after all his stuff that's traded on big exchanges? I'm the only one who sees Goatcoin going from 20 to 280 million, right? No one else is seeing that. No one else is going, oh my goodness. Stargate Finance. Okay, Equilibrium is at 32 cents. Nothing terribly exciting happening here, but Toby Ward calls this 3 bumps and go. This could be a bullish downward sloping wedge. I don't know. These formations are everywhere. If you got a breakout, it would be good. Sometimes these things are dead that can wake up. If you know why you like it, I'm not getting out of anything. Whoops. I mean, unless it's got a fundamental problem, you haven't been paid like Arkham and some of these coins that I thought weren't going to do anything, right? Star Atlas. Okay. Gameplay recently released. Money flowing in after everyone packed it in August. Look at this red on red. By the way, just so you know, people have been asking me, this is called signals and overlays, this thing down here. I don't know. It's got to get, it's got to break resistance. It's got to break resistance, and Luxalgo's got to pile in buying it, but I don't know, man. Give it a chance. I mean, they keep releasing gameplay. Somebody's going to win here. Someone's going to win, and no one's paying attention. No one. Right? Crypto Keter says gaming narrative picking up steam. My coup. Hello. Right? Let's go back to PowerPoint. Total crypto market cap. Just in case everybody thinks that this thing can't go up. I mean, do you realize that this is a cup and handle on a weekly chart, and we're basically at like the bottom side of the cup? Like there is zero breakout here in total crypto market cap. So if you're like, well, Bill, I like meme coins. I don't care about the rest of it. The whole rest of the market is not going to do anything. Dude, if this market broke out, like if you got a monster move in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and Solana, and this thing broke out, I mean, this could go from 2 trillion to 4 trillion. This cup is like, formed over 4 years. Are we going to ignore crypto at the bottom of a cup? I don't know, man. I'm not. I'm not. All right. And I'm probably not going to let you do it either. I'm going to shout into this microphone. And if we get stopped out, okay, we'll do a stopped out live stream. I'll put a bag over my head and we'll start over. But if we're right, I mean, total altcoin market cap, Diamond, no one drawing it. Breakout, return move, no one drawing it. Breakout and return move near the apex, rare. Very powerful. Grind, not down ticking. The target of the diamond is it got a 25% up move in total altcoin market cap. That's total market cap without Bitcoin and without Ethereum. So that's Solana, Cardano, SUI, whatever. 25% increase in market cap if that formation played out. And these formations are everywhere. We don't have enough time to go through them, but the best stuff, it's like the sector analysis, the Panther bubbles. Where's that? Along with this TA? You guessed it. YouTube member area. Patreon. The Patreon store. You know what, man? It's time to get involved. I can like stupid shill that stuff, or I can show you this. You know, I mean, you're here because you're interested in crypto. If you're interested in crypto and we have a capital markets friendly outcome and everybody is distracted or everybody is afraid, I mean, people, if you look in the technical analysis textbook, it will basically tell you that markets never trade good at a bottom. Never. Never. Right? Absolutely never. Okay. So yeah, we have a Bonk trust being issued, right? Osprey launches Bonk trust. Okay, that's interesting. So now we got meme coins inside stock market products. You know what, folks? If you look at the Bonk chart, I mean, you have a head and shoulders pattern with a rare upward sloping neckline. Simply put, if Bonk does this, breaks out, comes back to this neckline and doesn't go back down through it, it does this. Just, it goes straight up. Straight up. I think the last time I saw this formation, I finally figured it out. CETUS. This is worth the wait. So, head and shoulders bottom with an upward sloping neckline. Shoulder, head, shoulder. Broke the neckline, did a somewhat difficult retest. Boom. You can barely even see the head and shoulders bottom. Can you imagine if that happens in Bonk, which I will remind you is leveraged Solana? Forget about it. You know what I'm saying? Like our altcoin premise is that everything is going to go back to its April and March high. So this led last time. Why not, right? Why not? You know, SLF just kind of going crazy on live TA today. We will go back to the PowerPoint. Okay, so again, you know, Lux Algo not liking this down move. However, whatever this is, it's in the discount zone. There are a lot of coins in the discount zone. You know, so you may not get a lot out of this. This is a 4-hour chart. You know, I don't know anything about the coin, but I don't see any point in giving up if it's in the discount zone. Just like I don't necessarily see any point in buying unless it blows through the premium zone. You know, you got paid to take profits in SUI. You got paid to take profits in OHM. All these things that went to the premium zone, you got paid to take profits in and then rotate into things like Bitcoin that have not gotten there yet. So again, you know, not trying to make an example about a coin I don't know about, but there are coins at the discount zone. There are. Bitcoin Cash, 391. That's the premium zone. Would it be funny if that was the first thing to take out the premium zone? You know, when this thing goes up, it really goes up. Everyone was worried about Mt. Gox because Mt. Gox has got a ton of this to sell, but they're not doing that for a year yet. This is not reacted yet. And nobody wants to sell Bitcoin. Nobody wants to spend Bitcoin, excuse me. So, you know, just so it's so absurd. It's such a boomer coin. You can't even mention it. GOAT, yes, I could talk about that. Bitcoin Cash, no. Bonk, just talked about it. Arkham. Down here, this was like, there's no life. Done. Mid-September, was a month ago. This is like, I don't, this is like connected to this blockchain analytics service. Next thing you know, it's like, oh, we're breaking out of a head and shoulders bottom. And we went from the discount zone to equilibrium in like a month. I like this. I don't know if this coin is great. I like the project. It's Coinbase. It's base. Folks, if this can go up, what about everything else? Right? And that's the market update. Okay. So we had a great show for you today, right? Crypto Keter liking Bitcoin Cash. Lawn Shark, some love from Tennessee. We appreciate that. Cat D is here, right? Okay, so Bitcoin Cash, I just did. What we can do on Bitcoin Cash that's somewhat different is that maybe we can look at a weekly chart. Because as soon as things start blowing through their premium zone on a daily, we may have to switch to weekly. Maybe. I don't know. This is so funny. Right. On a weekly basis, equilibrium in Bitcoin Cash is at 858. Right? That is 121% away from current prices. Again, you have to start asking yourself, I mean, it would be easy if Bitcoin Cash went to 500 or 600, right? And say, oh, it's going to 800. When you talk about 800, when it's at 500, that's when you talk about 800. Right. And of course, you got to get in the member area because that's where we have like this organized into sectors and most importantly, portfolios, right? It's not investment advice, but, we're kind of doing the groups or buckets to help you out. Okay. So true finance, right? Not doing anything. DeFi, Coinbase, sitting on its discount zone, doing absolutely nothing. If anything, everyone's packing it in. Look at this. Everyone's packing it in. Oh, okay. Oh, I don't like this anymore. Bye. You know what? It trades terrible. I don't like it anymore. I don't want to play. Just the opposite of March. It was like, oh my God, I have to buy everything. I'm like, oh God, everyone's like, oh, you're not early anymore. Oh, you're not early. Yeah. You have to FOMO in. What are you going to do? And everyone's like, okay, yeah. Okay. You're early now. This is back where it was last year, right? This year in March, before it took off, this is where it is. This was doing nothing. Nothing. Back in April of 2023, it's the same level. Let's take this off. I mean, this is a great coin to bring up, right? Like, what has this done? Nothing. Unsecured lending in crypto. Guess we don't need the future of finance decentralized, huh? You think? No, I don't think so. I think you got to sit here and look at these things and go, wait a minute. What happens if this market changes its mind abruptly? One of the things that bull markets can do, we covered this yesterday, and I have no problem covering it again today. Bull markets, first they suck you in at the top because it looks like it's going up forever. Then they flush out everybody who got in late. They flash crash it. They range it. They bore you. They do all of the above. And then for the coup de grace, they get you bearish. You're like, I'll buy it when it goes down. Or I'm frustrated, so I'll get short. When the bulls get bearish and the bulls get short, when they miss it and then they fight it or they just give up, trust me, nobody in the member area is going to give up. Nobody in the member area is going to give up. Period. End of story. Not doing it. QR code is here. The link is in the description down below. I believe on the stream itself, right? Right here is, the dollar sign. So if you want to get yourself a cool emoji or get yourself into the game for your weekend viewing, that's where it's at. And I got a couple requests I'm going to get to along with the wrap up. But you got another button. You got it right on the homepage. And I want you to know this, because if you're sitting at home and you're looking at your portfolio and you're like, you know what? I think I need to get busy. This is our site, right? And you hit this button, right? And here's, me and Toby Ward, that, it would be a good time to get involved. Each month you're a member, you get a new emoji. And if you want to just get busy and get lots of attention on the stream, you've got all these emojis hand-drawn by me. Now, I got 2 requests here. We're helping our members out as much as we can. Okay, we will have live streams and AMAs in the member zone very soon. So, there will be, market updates, AMAs and stuff where people can take requests. Okay, GRT. Okay, this is a multi-coin capital play. Nobody doing a thing, man. Just sitting around doing nothing. By the way, I know I say this every single stream, right? Sharing screen. I say this all the time. Psychologically, it's harder to get long down here. I mean, this hasn't broken out yet, so I get it. I don't want to be an undisciplined wild man, but it is easier to get long, using like 15 cents or the discount zone at 11 cents. It's easier to do risk reward down here than it would be if it went to the premium zone. Because like everyone's asking me, like, okay, SUI went up, now what? I mean, I can answer these questions and I've done this before, but all I'm telling you is it's easier to get, to pack a bag, put a stop in, and if it goes up 90%, because it can go up 90%, right? CETUS? Yeah, okay. It went up 90%. And look at this screen. Look at this altcoins. Just blah, right? Yuck. No one likes it. It's mixed. It's like last year. Last year, the whole thing didn't go up all at once. It didn't. But, you got equities. You got Coinbase. Oh, wait. Is Coinbase up 7% today? I thought Coinbase was no good. I thought we weren't trading crypto anymore. What? You mean Coinbase is blowing through its equilibrium with the head and shoulders bottom, and we're all selling, and we're all bearish, and the media is like down in the mouth, and ETH is never going up again. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, BJ says imposing tariffs is not a financial plan. It's only a concept of a plan. And you know what, folks? That's true. You want to know? You want to hear something funny? If there is an administration and they make mistakes, like what happens if someone comes in and doesn't do the right thing? And they have a negative capital market, legacy goes, oh my God. I mean, as long as it's not a massive increase in inflation, I mean, sovereigns making economic policy mistakes? I had a professor in business school that told us flat out that he could trace every single recession, every single mistake, every single downturn in economic growth in the United States to a policy by the sovereigns in charge. So, yes, it could be a capital markets friendly regime, and they could also come in and make mistakes. And mistakes bring in the Fed because we got fragile banks. We got all this stuff. You shake the tree. I mean, Bloomberg has their ideology, but they're like, you know what? Businesses know at least what they got with the current people. You get new people in there, you don't know what you got. That's completely valid. Somebody told me to read more than one news source. I took his advice. Now, super. So this is tremendous, right, in every way, but it's at the premium zone, right? And, there's all kinds of Lux Algo topping signals here, and we have some extreme FOMO, green on green. It's Very hard to find that these days. You know, I know the head and shoulders bottom has probably, it went beyond the target. Okay. So what will be the first coin to blow through its premium zone? Will it be super? I don't know. The way this market seems to be going is that, you know, leadership coins take off and then other coins follow while this range trades. I mean, a consolidation after a 5-wave top would be healthy. But, you know, anything that leads out of the gate, and this thing went all the way back up to where it was in April. And why wouldn't the whole rest of the market follow? Now, maybe this is a part of the new Magnificent Seven. Maybe. But like, you know, look at this. Look at Powell. Powell was at the discount zone on Labor Day. And it's still not that far away. It was at 17 cents 2 days ago. Equilibrium's at 50 cents, right? Crypto Keter, like in the show. Okay. So, I mean, that's going to be it for today. We kind of went off. We did a lot. People, let's get packed. You know what I'm saying? Like, you bull post now when it's down. It's down, I'm going to bull post. It goes down again, I'm going to bull post. If I get stopped out, we'll have the I'm a dummy stream, right? If there's an event. But if there's an event and it holds, or if there's an event and it's an opportunity and you're not there, you're going to be like, oh my goodness, what could I have done? And here's the funny thing, seriously. So one of the ways you can, you know, do well on YouTube is to make your audience feel dumb. Like, here I am in my walk-in closet, making you feel bad that you don't have one or whatever. Right? And I get it. Guys need to do what they need to do. But, you know, if you get in our member area and you look at what we're doing, and then you look at what you're doing, you will know what to do. Like, I can help you. I will help you. I mean, we have various levels of help. We have memberships, Patreon, and 2 free YouTube channels. But here's the thing. You know what to do. It's a David Goggins thing. You know what to do. You just may not want to do it because it's hard. I get that. Or you may just, you know, need a little bit of knowledge and a little bit of quiet so you can figure it out. Because we're gonna help you out in so many different ways. And the time, frankly, talking my book, but if there's a time to FOMO into research, it's not when Bitcoin is at 100K, it's right now, right? I mean, what's wrong with having too many ideas near a low? There's nothing wrong with that. So, hey, watch the show. Hit the like button on the way out. You got this. Come visit us in all the different places. We will see you soon.